Hi, lovely one. Here's Catherine Bielmeier with Living with Ease Without Problem. How would your life look like if you don't have any problems anymore? And ease in every moment. That's really truly possible, because when you were a little one, a little child, did you have problems? No problems at all before your ego started getting big and bigger and bigger. So live easy without problems. That's a possibility for you today. Mm. Holy friends, as separate from us and often in conflict with us, this is an illusion based on the judgment of our minds. Without the separating judgments, there would be no problems. So if there is no separation, there is only peace. Right? Because peace is always in you, and with peace you can be the whole time within you connected. We disconnect when we are in our ego mind. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. A problem cannot be solved if you do not know what it is. Even if it is really solved already, you will still have a problem because you will not recognize that it has been solved. This is the situation of the world. The problem of separation, which is really the only problem, has already been solved. Yet the solution is not recognized because the problem is not recognized. I love that. Everyone in this world seems to have his own special problems, yet they are all the same and must be recognized as one if the one solution that solves them all is to be accepted. Who can say that the problem has been solved if he thinks the problem is something else? Even if he is given the answer, he cannot see its relevance. That is the position in which you find yourself now. You have the answer, but you're still uncertain about what the problem is. As long series of different problems seems to confront you, and as one is settled, the next one and the next arise. There seems to be no end to them. There is no time in which you feel completely free of problems and at peace. The temptation to regard problems as many is the temptation to keep the problem of separation unsolved. The world seems to present you with a vast number of problems, each requiring a different answer. This perception places you in a position in which your problem solving must be inadequate and failure is inevitable. No one could solve all the problems the world appears to hold. They seem to be on so many levels, in such varying forms, and with such varied content that they confront you with an impossible situation. Dismay and depression are inevitable as you regard them. Some spring up unexpectedly, just as you think you have resolved for previous ones. Others remain unsolved under a cloud of denial and rise to haunt you from time to time, only to be hidden again, but still unsolved. All this complexity is but a desperate attempt not to recognize the problem and therefore not to let it be resolved. If you could recognize that your only problem is separation, no matter what form it takes, you could accept the answer because you would see its relevance. Perceiving the underlying constancy in all the problems that seem to confront you, you would understand that you have the means to solve them all, and you would see the means because you recognize the problem. Now stay with me because here comes the practice. Deep breathing in all what your head has to say, your ego mind has to say to all that. Breathe it in into your heart. Let the separation go. Come back into your oneness. In our longer practice periods today, we will ask what the problem is and what is the answer to it. We will not assume that we already know. We will try to free our minds of all the many different kinds of problems we think we have. We will realize that we have only one problem, which we have failed to recognize until now. We will ask what it is and wait for the answer. We will be told. Then we will ask for a solution to it, and we will be told. The exercise for today will be successful to the extent to which you do not insist on defining the problem. Perhaps you will not succeed in letting all your preconceived notions go, but that is not necessary. All that is necessary is to entertain some doubt about the reality of your version of what your problems are. You are here to recognize that you have been given the answer by recognizing the problem, so that the problem and the answer can be brought together and you can be at peace finally. The short practice periods for today will not be set by time but by need. You will see many problems today, each one calling for an answer. Our efforts will be directed toward recognizing that there is only one problem and one answer. In this recognition are all problems resolved. In this recognition there is peace. Be not deceived by the form of problems today. Whenever any difficulty seems to rise, tell yourself quickly, let me recognize this problem so it can be resolved. Can be solved. Then suspend all judgment about what the problem is. If possible, close your eyes for a moment and ask what it is. You will be heard and you will be answered. Let me recognize this problem so it can be solved. So, having a lovely, easy day. Remember, it doesn't need to be serious. You can just play with it and have fun and enjoy it and practice it playfully and ask that it is shown to you, and it will. Thank you very much for listening and for practicing with me and following and subscribing. And thank you for sharing it with your friends. Bye for now.